All right, I'm here with Erik Wallin from Northfork. How you doing, man?
Hey, great. How are you doing?
Good. How's your show been so far?
Excellent. You know, meeting so many great people from this industry and the ecosystem. And
Yeah.
getting on top of it. So.
Yeah, it's all starting. It's started before, but now it really feels like it's coming together.
Yeah, and this is our third time. We were here last year and also in the European venue. So really getting to know the whole venue. It's excellent.
Yeah, your company is more of a European company right now, and you're trying to go into the North American market. Am I right?
Exactly. Yeah, we're pretty solid in Northern Europe. So now we're going into the UK and US. Is the primary focus for us.
Okay.
It looks a bit different on the respective markets.
Right.
Both are challenges and opportunities, of course, but we're ready to go get them.
What is, for people who don't know, what does Northfork do?
We transform recipes to grocery shopping experience on any platform. It can be a CPG, a retailer, or a publisher, for instance.
Okay.
So really surfacing a shopping experience where the traffic is. You know,
right.
In the US, you have huge recipe sites that everybody uses, but converting that into shopping experience and then to a cooking experience is something that not very many do, and
right.
That's what we help those guys with.
And how does it work in Europe then? Because you were mentioning to me off camera that it's like there's already systems in place there that you kind of pull from. Is that right?
Yeah, retailers in Europe regularly have a lot of own recipes that they have produced for tens and 20s of years. You know.
Oh my goodness, that long?
Yeah, really to build the self-image of themselves, pretty much.
Right.
So in that sense, we tap into their own recipes, connecting it to their groceries, and create an awesome shopping experience on their own platform.
Right, so it's seamless.
Exactly.
To the consumer.
Yeah, and it's different from having a grocery pick item by item approach than having starting with the inspiration, a fast checkout via recipes.
Right.
In the US, it looks a bit different. You have this huge recipe sites that are really good at creating content, which has left retailers out of control of creating an inspirational shopping experience online.
Right.
So when we're talking about you as retailers, it's always going hand in hand with content providers as well, connecting that content or recipes for us
right.
to their online assortment.
That seems like a challenge here then, because like you said, there's a lot of companies here doing content, but not really talking to the providers of that content, essentially.
But you really want to monetize your content, right? And if you are over recipes or serious eats,
right.
With millions of recipes, how can you can actually make money out of a recipe that you produced 5 years ago, connecting it to a grocery retailer.
Right, because it sticks around.
Exactly, yeah. And you can add so many layers of value for shoppers there as well. Here's a recipe that we've produced earlier, but with product updates, etc., we can introduce new products into
right.
those recipes and working with traditional trade promotion, but in a completely different way.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff about how the grocers and their products can change, but those recipes are still there.
Yeah.
And it can kind of basically keep getting updated.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Well, I can see the challenge here in the US, so I wish you luck on that.
Yeah.
Do you see the consumer in general becoming more educated? It feels like they're being led that way with all the different apps and all the different things, but then you also see them a little confused because there's so many different smart devices, and that ecosystem that we kind of say a lot isn't really fully formed.
No.
How do you see the consumer kind of like navigating all that?
Yeah, I think that is really a tough nut to crack, so I'm fully aligned with you there. They have like 15 apps for recipe inspiration. If you then have 15 appliances that are connected at home, that creates a lot of friction. So you're not removing any friction from inspiration, shopping, and cooking.
Right.
What we see now in this Smart Kitchen Summit, I would say, is that a lot of appliance manufacturers are, thinking out of the silos, saying that, okay, we are a big player, but we need to align with other partners.
100%.
Otherwise, it's a race to the bottom, and maybe we will win.
Yeah, I know. You win the bottom. Yeah.
So in that sense, looking at the consumer, we started out as a business-to-consumer company. So from our end, we always look at the user journey first.
Right.
And we have great potential with connected appliances, connected homes, to reduce friction for shoppers.
Right.
and just getting good, healthy meals on the table in a lot easier manner.
Yeah.
And starting to see that happening now, actually.
Yeah, and to your point, I've been talking to a lot of people here today, and so many of them are talking about working together.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think that's what has to happen, and when that does, everybody does win, because the consumer gets more educated, and then they use more of those products.
Yeah. What I think we see now is that technology advancements are going so rapidly.
Yeah.
So consumers are not really keeping up.
Yeah, they're trying to play catch
up.
Yeah.
So we really have. I'm not sure if we're on the top of the hype curve or slightly on the way down.
Yeah.
But we are, or have been the last couple of years, developing tech in such a rapid pace that it has been impossible for consumers to
I know, that's a whole other discussion, which we could talk about for another 15 minutes, because that's really about the human ability to withstand this technological change. So, well, I wish you all the luck, Erik. Northfork.com, is that right?
.ai, actually.
.ai.
Yeah, we use...
you use artificial intelligence?
We do.
We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah,
well,
that's for next year.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, man. Have a good rest of your show.
Thank you so much.
All right, cheers.